Lately on Today is Tomorrow, we talked about podcasting, what it takes to plan, get equipment, write, market, and record.
This is another episode of Today is Tomorrow, where we educate, talk, and listen. Our main topic today is about finding your Zen, what can help you relax, clear your mind, and techniques. I'm Jest.
And I'm Eli.
And this is Today's Tomorrow.
So finding your Zen can be a rewarding feeling. When stress levels are heightened or just the change of weather, we can find Zen in a lot of stuff we do. For me, for example, it's photography. I love capturing different people and scenic views. It helps me by keeping me focused on what I'm shooting. It has me think differently and not think about whatever is stressing me out at that time. It's a very peaceful and relaxing way to keep my stress level down.
To some of us, the word Zen sounds goofy, more of like a joke than anything. But once you take the time to find what makes you happy or just soothes the mind, for me, I have more than one. Fishing, listening to music, writing podcasts, hiking, and biking. Sometimes it's not the same thing. That will be for each of us. Every time, but the great thing is finding more than one way to cope with stress and being in the Zen.
We all could have different or similar things that keep us happy, and we know that they will work when we're stressed. It's nice to have hobbies or people to talk to when it comes to being stressed or trying to find your Zen.
Personally, I've dealt with a lot of stressful situations in my life, as many veterans have. Finding that go-to way to help you deal with what's going on is a big factor. A lot of programs, doctors use breathing techniques to help us relax and find the Zen.
By no means are we doctors nor medical professionals, but we can tell you what we've used and how it has worked for us, and also what hasn't worked. Maybe this podcast can be your Zen, or just a way for you to get away from the world for a bit.
My father finds his Zen in animals in his farm, which is a common way to find relaxation. Pets are the number one way people find comfort and support. Horses, cats, dogs, even our legless friends like snakes and fish.
You can find your Zen in almost anything that makes you happy. It could be sports, pets, hobbies, or family. Regardless of what it is, there is always something that will help you in those stressful times. Writing this script helps me get through the day because I have something to look forward to on recording day.
Yeah, having a Zen is just it's not just relaxation, it's a greatness with your personal worth. You value things the more you feel more complete, which is a great feeling to have. If you go back to our episodes about depression, you'll have a better understanding of Zen. It's the great thing about having our backlog of information, because things work off of other things. It's a great thing to have. And understanding your Zen doesn't just make your, what's the word I'm looking for, Eli? It makes you feel good about yourself, and it makes other people feel good.
Yeah, definitely.
And it calms us down in difficult situations.
Yeah, I know for me, finding kind of what makes me happy or my Zen, right? It rubs off on other people as well. You know, if you're stressed, other people are going to feel that stress and they're going to know something's wrong, right? But if you find that Zen and you find what makes you happy, that's going to rub off on people. It's going to be contagious. People are going to see that you're happy and they want to be happy, or they want to know what is making you happy. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can do when it comes to anything. You know, some of the things we named off, you know, working out, running, yoga, listening to music, whatever it is, make sure that you do it, because we all have been in very, very stressful situations, and we've all been, you know, to that point where we've been our lowest of lows. We all have to find something that is going to pick us back up, something that's going to make us happy, something that's going to get us through the day, right?
Yeah. And how I look at things, too, is I like to bike ride a lot. I bike ride with Travis, and I push us a little bit further than we should sometimes. I will tell him we're going a certain distance, we'll go further. And to me, it's relaxing, it's calming, and he doesn't really complain that much at all.
That first time I did. That first time I was like, yeah, man, this is really nice. I like going for these bike rides. This is great. He's like, yeah, and we're going for a 10-mile bike ride. And I'm like, oh, that sounds great. I was like, that sounds challenging. And then I'm not keeping track of how far we've been going. I didn't have my Apple Watch at the time. And he's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, we just went 10 miles. Now we have to go 10 miles back. So it turned into a 20-mile bike ride.
But technically, I didn't lie. I said 10 miles. I didn't say to where.
You just have to get back, you know. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's part of it. But it's relaxing. And I don't know if, Travis, if you realized bike riding is very relaxing. I go all the time, and then I send you guys text messages like, yo, I just about killed myself on this bike ride.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, and it's definitely different. Just I didn't do it for so long. You know what I mean? And getting back into it, yeah, there's definitely a zen there.
it takes a lot. Like, I like fishing a lot too. And that's
Yeah,
another
me too.
thing. That's another zen for me. And I actually have asked Travis to get a fishing license so we can go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if I don't catch anything. I get frustrated sometimes when that bites my stuff, but it doesn't
Yeah, it
stay
actually
on the
doesn't
hook.
get it. Yep.
It drives me insane, but it is something that I find very calming.
Mm-hmm.
The-
There's just something about either being on a boat or being by a lake or a pond or whatever the case may
or a
be.
stream with,
Yeah.
you can hear the sounds.
Right. There's just something about being out in nature that just calms you and has that calming feel when you're out there. I mean, I love being on a boat. I love being in the water and just, it could be really early in the morning, like when sun rises. Just that feeling, being able to see that is just a super calming thing for me. And I kind of wish I had a boat so I could do that.
Well, let's build one
Let's do it.
out of cardboard. We'll waterproof it with saran wrap.
There you go.
That sounds great.
You never
Yeah,
know.
I mean, for me, when I go fishing, like the thing that upsets me the most are mosquitoes. Like that's literally the worst
Yeah.
part for me. I
Bug
just love
spray.
I know, but I just love throwing a line out there. It doesn't matter, like
Throw a
if I
line out
catch-
there, crack a beer open. Nothing
perfect.
better.
That's one of the most relaxing things that people do.
Yep.
Like, my dad has the farm. He has animals he takes care of, and I totally understand where he's coming from. It's like his zen spot. I thought it was really awkward at first. Like, why would you want all these animals? It seems like a lot of work. But he finds it relaxing, and then he'll sit outside and he'll drink like a PBR or a Miller or whatever is cheaper. He's like me. So we don't like spending money if we don't have to. But it's just the things we find personally that help us out won't help everybody. But it's
Right.
It's like finding your zen is like a gateway drug. Because once you find one way, you find more ways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is really cool.
Well, the thing, too, is like you almost have to have more than one because depending on the situation, you might need something a little bit stronger, so to speak. If we're talking about kind of a gateway drug and what Zen is, you might need something a little bit stronger that day, depending on what happened or what the mood is. So, I mean, it's always nice to have more than one. And you do start building that off of another thing, especially when you're stressed in that time.
Yeah, because if you are a runner or a biker and it's pouring outside and there's lightning and thunder, the last thing you want to do is
Go outside.
go outside.
Yeah,
So finding
exactly.
something else, like reading a book, sometimes is relaxing.
Yep.
I know for a fact I read a lot, and sometimes I get really drawn into these books.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then I start thinking, man, this is real. Like, whatever happened to him?
Right.
So that's like one thing people have to understand. Like, try
So-
it. You might like it, you might not, but you'll never know until you try.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you might go back to things that you used to do as like a kid. Like if you're like you said, if you're a runner or a biker and you can't do that and the weather permits, it's almost like going back and being like, hey, let's play like a board game or let's play cards or, let's do something along the lines of what we did when we were kids when we couldn't go outside.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a full circle where you start doing something when you're small or young and then, you have a way to do it later as well.
And not everybody does yoga, and yoga doesn't have to be the only way to find a zen. Travis does yoga,
Yeah, I do.
which is
I
shocking.
did not know that, Travis.
I
Yeah,
can't. I'm
I
not
can-
that flexible.
You could be a thick boy and be flexible.
Thick with 2 C's.
2 C's.
But I don't do. I play kickball. I'm probably done for the season, but because I injured my knee pretty bad. But the one thing that we have to look at is finding a zen. And if we get hurt or something like that, we cannot do that. One thing that gave us that happiness or calmed us down, knowing that if you have a backlog of different things you can do, is really nice. Like running the podcast. Eli right now is sick, and he's still here. He finds it calming. We find things to do that are really help us out.
Yeah. I mean,
slam a couple burgers.
There you go. Drink a beer or so.
Drink a beer and do a podcast. That's
fit a whole burger in your mouth.
Yeah, I mean,
taco burger.
I've seen a lot of crazy things when I'm around Travis. I've seen him eat like a 3-year-old pizza.
That never happened.
It definitely happened.
It was probably a day old.
I wasn't judging you.
And then he shoves a whole microphone in his mouth, and then he shoves a whole cheeseburger in his mouth, and
yeah, it was
that was a pretty good dare. He actually did it. And I'm pretty proud of him. So
thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Really appreciate
it. You ain't gonna catch me wasting burger.
I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it with a couple bites.
But Travis likes to have fun, and he loves food.
What?
Travis will never turn down food. I've never seen Travis turn down food.
I have. Don't you remember when you called me and you were like, "Hey, man, I'm really hungry. I want to get some food," and I was like, "Oh, man, I think I'm good. I'm gonna stay at home." And you're like, "What? You don't even want like a burger or a sandwich or a salad?" And
I
was
do remember that.
Yeah, and I was like,
it's a one-time deal, though.
You hit one time, that's it. No more.
No, man.
You used your get out of jail free card. That's it, man.
But when I hang out with Travis, it's relaxing. It's the things that we do, like when we used to do music and whatnot, and that's something we're going to talk about a little later in this episode of what's coming later on in their next episode. Actually, I lose count, but like everything, like I know Travis plays guitar a lot, and I know for a fact, knowing Travis for such a long time, his Zen is the guitar. This boy can shred.
Oh, he shreds.
And he doesn't have to do like some Van Halen shredding. He'll just play some really calming stuff, and the next second he's slapping the bass.
That's right.
Dude, yeah, slapping the bass.
So, Travis has a lot of ways. Eli has a lot of ways. I have a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And being able to help out people find ways too is,
Yeah, that's really nice. It's always nice to be able to connect with someone and be able to help them find their Zen, what helps them, on a daily basis. And it could very well be something that we have as well, but it also could be something very different. Like for me, like I'm not a musician. Like I like to go out and play soccer. I like to be outside and hike and, be outdoors, things like that. Some people might want to be inside. They might want to be reading a book or, writing music or playing music or, things like that. Something completely opposite to what I do. But no matter what it is, no matter how different it is from each other, as long as it makes you happy and it makes that stressful time go away, why not?
Now, the one thing I did find my Zen in last night, not that I condone anything that Rosie O'Donnell said on Ambien, but I ordered a whole bunch of Apple Watches, or not Apple Watches, Apple Watch bands, which...
How many did you order, Jess, by the way?
Like 15 or 20 of them. I don't remember ordering, and I open up my phone.
The bank called to see if it was fraud.
And then I get a whole bunch of like emails from Amazon. Your shipment has shipped. I'm like, oh, wait, what did I order? I ordered a whole bunch.
Can you tell me one thing, though?
Yes.
So why are the Apple Watch bands coming, but the coasters still have not shipped?
That's not a question to ask me. That's not my job.
We'll explain that in another episode.
But we do need coasters, so if anybody would like to sponsor episode that today's tomorrow, we do have actually some really cool sponsors coming up. We cannot legally discuss right now on 2 of the sponsors we do have coming up, but I know that everybody in the team knows of one, and Travis knows of another one. And I'll give a hint. It's a bicycle company.
All right.
Oh. So I think Travis is
more
aware
to
of that
come,
one.
guys. It's going to be great.
So
it's going to be great.
Having more sponsors means we have a bigger, deeper pockets for getting better supplies. So that's one thing that's really nice to have, is having sponsors. It's not just for us; it's for everybody else. Be able to afford, better equipment. Now it's going to be difficult for us to get better equipment from what we have right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But it allows us to get more equipment.
More equipment also allows us to get a bigger space in our own space. You know, rather than doing it at Jess's table. I mean, which is cool. I mean, thank you, Jess, for doing that. It's not bad at all.
It's see-through.
It is.
Ooh.
I can definitely see my own
It's
legs
like
right
being
now.
at a club, being able to see through things.
It's like being in one of those see-through boats,
right?
where you see all the sharks and fish and everything like that.
I don't like sharks.
Can your Alexa make this
we don't
light strobe?
Strobe? No, this is not no party time.
Oh, okay. I did not know.
Yeah, so that's one nice thing having is, the quality, episodes we have allow us to benefit from getting sponsorships. I know right now on Travis's end, he wants us to have sponsorships with beer and alcohol, as well as Eli.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, any local beer company in Milwaukee, if you guys, we're going to reach out to you guys because we not only want you on a future podcast, but, we would love to be sponsored by you guys. Travis, you want to let them know what we're drinking right now?
What are you guys drinking?
This is actually from Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
It is called Third Space Brewing. That's the company name. And we're drinking something that kind of fits our Zen, idea here. And it's called Happy Place.
All right.
Yeah. And it's got
it's a Midwest pale ale.
Mm-hmm.
Midwest pale ale.
And it's great.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely, and it's a pale ale that I actually will dig. You know what I mean? Because I don't normally drink pale ales. I'm not really a big fan of them.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
This one it's really hoppy at first, but it's really smooth afterwards.
Yeah.
And I love some pale ales, so I'm a big fan of it. And I love it. So, maybe we'll follow them on Instagram.
Yeah.
We'll kind of add them a little bit. We'll
I
put
do
a
like the
picture up
name.
of what it is.
I do like the name.
But it is very fitting right now. We're talking about Zen and finding that, and I think we found that in a beer. So
Yeah, right.
there we go.
And I remember when I actually got Travis into biking because he wasn't really too much in biking, and I picked him up and we went to Spring City. Or no, what was it?
No, we went to Wheel and Sprocket.
Wheel and Sprocket
in Hales Corners.
Yeah, okay.
And was it Hales Corners?
It was Hales Corners. It was right off 108th.
Or was it the one in Brookfield? We
We
went to both of them.
Brookfield first, and
Yeah.
then they didn't have the Marlin 4s.
So-
And that's the one that we got at Wheel and Sprocket.
Yeah. He was a little shocked.
Yeah.
I don't think he saw someone getting him a bike like that cost over a couple $100.
Right.
Yeah, man, I was just like, he's like, I want you to bike with me. I want to do this. And I was just like, what? He's like, yeah, man.
That's awesome.
And then I got him a helmet, which was like $100, $200.
Did you get one that had blinkers on each side?
No, not like mine.
Remember,
No.
he's a Jew.
Yeah, he chewed out on that one. Sorry, guys.
Hey, you could have gotten a $20 Walmart helmet.
I already had
That's
one.
true. Oh, can you get the one with the mohawk on it? That one for kids?
Is it bad that when I got the helmets for the boys for their bikes,
Yeah.
I refused to get one of those?
Really? Why?
I was just like,
Because you were jealous?
Silly.
no, they're goofy, man.
I
They're
think you were
goofy
just jealous
helmets.
because your dome's too big to fit in it.
Oh,
I found
you get
it.
to say that. Oh, I'm so
Let's just
ashamed
say
now.
that. Let's just say that Travis's head is not normal size. He's got a lot of brain in
What a
there.
big dome. Did you see the bruise on my head?
It's above
No.
average.
Oh yeah, man. What happened?
I was at work and I was in my happy place. I was trying to zen it up in this attic,
Yeah.
and I kind of just went up and I
And came back down.
just
Yeah.
hit my head on this joist, and I just was not happy.
So you two are drinking this Happy Place.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You enjoy it.
I do.
Is it relaxing? Is it like a nice, cool relaxation in the mouth, or is it just
It's kind of it's a little bit of a surprise at first. You drink it, and it hits you real hard with the hoppy flavor, but then afterwards, it's pretty chill. It's real cool. Yeah. I mean, it's a good citrusy
It's
kind
definitely
of hoppy flavor.
It's a sipper. That's for sure.
And it's good. I definitely recommend this to anybody, especially if you like pale ales. This is a good one. It really is.
Yeah.
Like I said, locally made in Wisconsin on St. Paul Avenue, which is pretty cool.
St. Paul Avenue, like in Waukesha?
5.3%. No, downtown Milwaukee. Downtown Milwaukee. So that's pretty cool. We gotta go there and talk to them.
Eli, what is your 2 favorite things that you use for relaxation, for finding your Zen, for everything? What is your main go-to thing? Like if you're getting stressed with Not saying that the wife does it.
Yeah.
But, like, say
Yeah.
if you're getting stressed out with, like, family,
Sure.
kids, or anything, what is your go-to getaway that it's quick, you can find it fairly quick, and it helps you level back out?
My camera, no doubt.
Your camera?
Yeah. I mean, I can pick it up and I can just kind of drive and go places and take photos. And, it really just allows me to kind of be myself and be in my creative space. So my camera definitely is one of them. I would think the second one, like if we're not talking about family or work or like anything like that, the second one would probably be just picking up my iPhone and writing. Like, not a lot of people know, but I do love to write, and I love, I used to write a lot of poetry back in the day. Now it's just kind of thoughts and kind of what, I'm going through, or what is, stressed me out and how I could get over it. And just putting those emotions on paper, that kind of helps me to kind of find my Zen anywhere, because I always have my phone on me. I always have like a pen or paper or anything like that, all that stuff. So those are two things that I have that'll be able to find my Zen real quick.
Yeah, because I know I'll talk about mine in a second. But Travis, what is like your go-to Zen spot where if you're stressed out, something's really hitting you hard, if it's either family, kids, bills, or anything like that, what is that one thing that, or two things that really get you there?
I would say I really like to have a nice car ride and just listen to music. I think that's one of the most soothing things for me.
Where do you go riding?
Oh, I just drive down back roads as much as I possibly can, and just I like to see the nature while I'm driving and whatnot. So it's definitely one of my favorite things to do when it comes to that. Other than that, and just I like to play music. Literally, that's one of the best things for me, is to whatever feeling I'm having, I just definitely just go ahead and go off any idea that I have. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's soft stuff, heavy stuff, whatever.
What's one song that you could play over and over and over again?
Like, what song I would play live?
Yeah, like something that helps you kind of get over that stress and find that Zen. What's one song that you would just play over and over and not get sick of?
Cherry Wine by Hosier.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Hosier's awesome, by the way.
I mean, that's not I don't listen to all of his music, you know what I mean? But, like, something about that song is just awesome.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Playing it, just the song in general, I love that song.
Now,
it's a good song.
One thing I do is bike a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that really much anymore.
Right.
It is out of the question.
Tell our viewers why, or our listeners why. Jess.
So I hurt my knee pretty bad the other day, actually Friday last week, playing kickball with a bunch of adults. And I dove for the ball trying to be athletic and younger than I really am, and it turned out to be really bad. I played it off. It'll get better over the weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Most definitely did not. And told to go, you need to go to the doctor. Went to the doctor, and the doctor said no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So my Zen of bike riding might be done for at least the year. I hope it's not the year. I hope it's just maybe like a week or two. Probably more like a month that I'm hoping for, but I don't think that's going to be the situation. But since I cannot ride my bike right now, it's actually playing with technology.
Yeah.
VR.
Yeah.
It's a really nice escape from reality.
I still got to play a little bit more of that VR because that's pretty sick, actually.
It really does help you escape. You forget
awesome.
everything around you, and you're in a different realm.
Right.
I really like that, and I find it really relaxing. And it's my getaway. That or cooking.
Yeah, okay.
I do love to cook.
I like cooking, too. Yeah.
I do love to cook. I am a critic of food and cooking, so if you make something and it's really bad, I will let you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I know I went to a restaurant last night, and it was Taco Tuesday,
Yeah.
right? And my beef tacos taste like shredded up Slim Jims. It was terrible. Like, I like Slim Jims when I'm eating Slim Jims.
Yeah, not a taco.
Not in a taco.
Right.
This ain't jailhouse food. And the chicken tacos it was like boiled chicken.
Yeah.
with like maybe seasonings on top. It was terrible.
That's bad.
It was the worst Mexican food I've had in my whole life.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that, you know, when I make my tacos, I went cheap last time I did chicken tacos, but I always had it in some type of hot sauce to give it the flavor and the kick.
Right.
And I don't always use shells. Sometimes I use like lettuce and whatnot. So
right.
Wrap it up in that, lettuce wraps.
Yeah, exactly.
So I do cook healthy sometimes, even though I don't look very healthy. I can cook healthy. I just eat a lot of the healthy food.
You just eat too much of the healthy food.
That's the
sticks
problem.
a little bit.
That's the problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, what is your, as you know, being married, Eli? What is your? Do you know your wife's strategies?
Yeah, for her, like it's definitely going to the gym, like going to get away and work out, and kind of burning off of that stress. That's what she loves to do. She loves to do that. She also likes to write, read, kind of meditate and things like that. She loves doing that sort of thing, which just kind of allow her to get away from it all. But the gym's a big one. She's really, really healthy, and she likes to eat healthy and likes to work out. And, anytime she's really feeling stressed or, just life is getting to her, she'll go to the gym, just kind of work out and be in her own place, listen to her own music, do whatever she needs to do to kind of get over it, and then come back and be totally fine. And if she doesn't, like, for say she can't go to the gym that day, or it's too busy or whatever the case may be, sitting down and like writing, so I'll kind of like leave her alone, and she'll just kind of do her own thing and write and be in her room or her spot where she does that, and just give her the time that she needs to be okay and to get over some things. And and as being married too, like, it's always nice for us to be able to talk to each other. That us being able to help each other on a daily basis, that also helps us kind of get over the stress of life, because yes, we live with each other, but we actually don't see each other all day long, so it's nice to be able to like come home and like chat and like, how's your day going? There's something wrong, we talk about it. There's something that's bothering her, or she's stressed about something, or something that I'm stressed about. We can talk about that and make sure that we are both on the same page when it comes to figuring out how to make sure that doesn't happen again, or figure out the best way to be able to get over that situation,
Yeah, and so I know when you're working out because your Apple Watch, or my Apple Watch, will tell me like, Eli just got done with the workout. I'm like,
yep,
cool. I wish I could go to the gym, but I keep hurting myself.
Right.
And it's always my knees too.
Yeah,
always my knees. I
got soccer knees, so
it's terrible.
Your knee is made of glass.
It feels like it sometimes. 'Cause I did the exact same thing last year, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, when I hurt my knee really bad, it was terrible. But I know you work out a lot.
Yeah.
You go to Experience. I go to Plant or Anytime.
Yep.
Travis does not go to a gym. I'm actually trying to get him to go to the gym with me.
Come work out with us, Travis.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm serious. I'll do it. It's just
do it. Come on.
life's busy, man.
Hey, we know.
but you can
I
fit in
gotta
30
find time.
minutes.
I go to the gym really late.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go after Teddy's asleep.
That's
I
where
usually
I
go to
find
the
the best
gym.
time, and it's quiet in
It's
there.
super quiet. There's no one in
There's
there.
not like 15 people, like
Exactly.
20 chicks in line to get on the elliptical or the
Yep.
treadmill.
Yep.
Like, I can't
Because
stand
you
that.
want to get on the stair lift and work on your glutes.
No,
That's
I
what I
start
do.
off my workout. No, I start off my workout on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And I end it on the treadmill. So before I do that to get my heart rate up.
Yeah.
It's like my Zen at the gym. So like I get on the treadmill, I do like 2 miles to get my heart rate up.
Yeah, you
then
should
I
do
hit
that
everything else up. So that's the one thing I do. And I know as an upcoming podcast, we do have, some stuff going on. And so I like to drop it to you, Eli.
Yeah, so I'm super stoked about this next podcast. We're going to be talking about music. And, Travis plays music. Jess has kind of played music back in the day. And I got a friend that's real close to me. Her name is Shlee Berry. She is a local rapper from Milwaukee. She's got a couple EPs out, and this is a song we're playing right now from her called Talk About It. Definitely check her out on Apple Music, on Spotify. Anything that you can listen to music on, she's there. But she's going to be in-house with us next week.
I'm looking forward to it.
She's going to be live with us, talking to us. We're going to be asking her some questions about kind of where she's been, what she's done. where she's going to go, what kind of music she has coming out, you know, what shows she has next. I'm very, very, very excited for this one.
Yeah,
so it's going to be great.
I'm pumped up. Like, when you started playing the music for us, I was like, this is actually really good.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, shout out to Shlee for allowing, you know, time for us to be able to interview her and ask her questions. You know, follow her on Instagram, Facebook at Shlee Berry. She's amazing. She's an amazing person. I have so much respect for her. She's one of my good friends. And she's doing big things in Milwaukee. And I just cannot wait for her to continue to keep growing and doing what she's doing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Meeting another artist, being an artist, meeting another artist is always a cool feeling.
Yeah.
Because you're not the only person. I know for Travis, it can be big for him, too.
Right.
He might be talking a little bit more than he usually does.
Oh,
next week.
Travis, I hope you are.
I'm so stoked, dude.
So make sure everybody tunes into that one.
Yeah.
And another thing I really want to start talking about is $100 giveaway.
What?
$100 gift card of your choice.
$100,
giveaway.
folks.
Dude, we're dropping it now. So
it's big time now, guys.
So we all know about this. Our media people know about this. Our social media people, everybody knows about it, and it's your turn to learn about it. So what is happening is there's going to be a $100 gift card of your choice. Doesn't matter where it's from.
What?
Right? $100.
$100.
And this is going to happen more than once.
Wow.
So the trick to this whole thing is you just have to listen to the podcast. That's going to be the big deal. If you don't listen to the podcast, you will never have a chance at winning the money.
Right.
You have to listen to the podcast. You have to share it with social media on Facebook or Instagram with 3 people. You have to follow. And then once you know what that keyword is, you enter it in. And if you're the first person, if there's a bunch of people, then we'll do a hat draw.
Right.
So make sure you share.
And they're just going to message us on
Yep.
Instagram or Facebook when you know that keyword.
So you'll hear the keyword in this episode, maybe the following episode, or the following episode after that.
Who knows? You got to listen to all 3 of them to find out.
And I know that some people are feeling pretty shady because we can't win our own money.
Yeah, I wish I could be a part of that.
Yeah,
Travis?
me too. Yeah, me too.
I kind of wish I could win this too, but
You'll win our own money back.
I love money. So without anything else to say, I just want to say thank you for listening to this episode. It's nice to have Eli Travis here. Make sure you stay tuned to our upcoming episodes. Really looking forward to having her on here. It's really cool to have guests on here. This is not our first time having a guest, but
it's been a little bit.
Yeah, it has been a little
guest.
bit. And having an in-house
guest.
guest is really nice.
Yep.
It's a step up. It's a first time for us. Actually, first time since season 1 that we've had an in-house guest. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you'll listen on everything, subscribe, and like, and rate. But till then, peace.